Jammal Charles. Yeah. You remember him? The guy who tore his ACL a lot of times and got hurt a lot of times, but was absolutely amazing when he did play and one of the best running backs in the league. Well, we decided let's add him to the 2024 Kansas City Chiefs roster and see what happens, because this time they don't have. I mean, you're adding to the roster, but this is not going to be about Patrick Mahomes. Who? Sorry, my bad. Bengals fan in me just came out. Anyway, guys, today we have Jammal Charles on the 2024 Kansas City Chiefs, and we're going to see what happens. So, week one, they play against the Baltimore Ravens, and every franchise I do, this is always the game that they lose. Yeah, I don't know why. I could sim this game 1,000 times, and every single time EA has the Chiefs losing their home opener. So, according to EA, they're going to lose that home opener no matter what. Doesn't matter if, they even force a win. I feel like they still find a way to lose that game. Beat the Bengals. It's already unrealistic. They go ahead and beat the next team, the Falcons, and now they play the LA Chargers in LA. They win that game. I wonder if Patrick Mahomes will still win the MVP. Because usually in these franchise series, Isaiah Pacheco himself usually has really good years. Like, he'll at least have 1,400 yards. So now to have two running backs potentially at that 1,400 yard threshold, because both of them easily, capably could do that, I wonder what's going to end up happening here. But we're going to find out as they beat the Raiders here, and they are currently 5-2. Now they play against the Denver Broncos, currently 6-2. Let's just take a look at what they have done so far this season. 14 touchdowns, 6 interceptions from Mahomes. Jammal Charles, 633 yards. Pacheco's 258 yards. Can't read, apparently. Patrick Mahomes, 209 yards. Hold up. Why does Mahomes almost have more rushing yards than Isaiah Pacheco? I feel like that's just not correct at all. Alright, 7-2. Now they play the 5-5 Bills in Buffalo. They go ahead and take the L right there. Now they're 7-3. It's usually the part of the video, part of the franchise where the team I'm using starts to go, woo! I don't know why. Every single ending of the year in my franchises, they start to absolutely do awful. And they start to lose so many games, and then they barely make the playoffs. It's almost like it's scripted at this point. I feel like Madden at this point is scripted, because every single time, they're 10-5 now. It is what it is. Then they beat the Steelers by 3 points. Almost lost to the Steelers right there. So now we have a 12-5 record. And they do not finish number 1 in the AFC. They finish as number 4. Wow. They're the 4th seed. Alright, so Chiefs not doing as well as usually. And now they play wild card versus the Bengals. They got the 4th seed in the end. Let's just take a look at, for example, let me pull up the schedule. This happens every single time. Look, doing great, everything is fine, perfect, losing streak. Now, they only went on a 2-game losing streak in the end, but usually it will be like a 4-game losing streak here, and then they win the last game of the season. And then that's what puts them in the playoffs. I don't know why that happens every single time. This time it didn't happen, which I guess is a good thing. Mahomes, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 4,400 yards. Jammal Charles had 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Pacheco, 535. Mahomes only having 140 yards less is insanity. Marquise Brown, Travis Kelce, and Rashee Rice all over 1,000 yards. Charles led the team in sacks, actually tied with B.J. Thompson. For whatever reason, does not have a picture in this franchise series. Every time I use the Chiefs, for some reason, his picture is never there. Alright, so let's watch the wild card round between that team right there and they won. Okay, whatever. Unrealistic. To beat the Bengals twice in the season, not happening. And they lose to the Miami Dolphins. Why? Why, bro? Why do you gotta lose to the Dolphins? Dolphins don't even make the Super Bowl. What's the point of the Dolphins? Were they the best team? Yeah, they were the best team. So they literally, all they did was get a first round bye to beat the Chiefs and then lose to the Jags in the championship. And then the Jags win the Super Bowl. That's life. That's it. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions.